Good morning and welcome to my presentation about fine feathers. Fine feathers make fine birds. The impact of media activity on the perception of the e-cigarette industry in Poland in 2016. Firstly, I would like to show you the timeline about the most important events in our industry in Poland in the last year. So, in May 2016, the European TPD came into force. 2 months later, in July, the Polish government drafted legislation in accordance with the TPD. And also 2 months later, in September, Polish norms came into force. And what are the main points about that? New law introduced a series of regulations on safety. Manufacturers and importers make first product notifications. And for the first time, everybody has access to data, and data become public. And what image did the Polish media give of e-cigarettes at the end of 2016? How did we research this topic? A study of the media presence in the e-cigarette industry in Poland based on an analysis of monitoring material. Over 1,100 titles in the print media, 1 million internet sources, and 100 TV and radio channels. Different indicators were used to measure the efficiency of PR activities: reach, image index, a SWOT analysis, and the advertising equivalent. The research was carried out by press service and commissioned by Liquid Production. And in the PR world, we use 3 key concepts in this research: reach of the publication, AVE, and the impact of publication. And what does it mean? It's very important for that research. Reach of the publication is the number of potential contacts of the public with media coverage. Press, the number of copies printed. The internet, the sum of the number of unique users of the portal. The radio, the station's total audience, and the television, also the station's total audience. AVE is about money, advertising value equivalent. It's the value of a given message in money, in our research, of course, in Polish zloty, expresses the amount of financial resources that would have to be spent in the material was advertised. And the third one, the impact of publication, is the potential impact of the publication on the media's image of the subject of the study, estimated on the basis of the favorability index. We have 3 types of impact: positive, negative, and neutral. And here is the most important information. In the last year, in 2016, we have approximately 5,000 of publications in all media, internet, radio, TV, and print media. More than 3 billion reach of the publications, and more than 4.4 million Polish zloty verified AVE, so it's about 1 million euros. Here are some graphs. The media image of the Polish e-cigarette industry in figures. In the first one, we see that the most important media was, of course, internet, about 70%, other press, radio, and television. What about impressions? We have in media we have national and regional kind of media, and most in publication about e-cigarette industry were in national white media. And favorability, negative, neutral, and positive. And for us, for our industry, it's not a positive thing that we have mostly negative favorability. And what about topics? The top 5 most popular publication topics. Of course, tobacco legislation, smoking ban. In 2016 we had about 2,000 negative publications in this topic. Then impact on health, taxes, industry surveys and statistics, and also new products, offers and shops. And what is the press coverage made up of? A number of publications by reach and stance. Here you can see the graph about regional media, general news media, specialist media, and economic media, and in every kind of media also was the negative favorability. Here you can see the graph about important dates. In May, the TPD was implemented by European Union, as I said before. In July, we had our Polish documentation, and in September, the media coverage of the new regulations for the e-cigarette market was mostly negative. Here is the peak about that. Yeah. The red one means positive publications, neutral it's dark gray, and light gray is negative, and it's not good for our industry that most publications were negative in the September. And how was the message conveyed exactly? Stance of publications on the topic. Tobacco legislation, smoking ban, of course, the most important topic. Effect on health, taxes, research and statistics, new products and offers, technical information, and also other small topics about smoking culture, crime, product defects, opinions and product tests, and others. Publication dealing with legal regulations referred to e-cigarettes in a negative way, leveling them with traditional tobacco products. It's very important. It was noted that electronic smoking is harmful to the environment, and failures and defects of e-cigarettes did not happen often. However, the media publicized these cases extremely negatively. And the most popular topics, as I said before, legal regulations, number of publication in 1 year, here, yeah, number of publications more than 2,000, reach of publication 1.4 billion, and AVE minus 6 million Polish zloty. Because of the negative favorability influence, it's minus. Here are some examples of publication. Of course, in the research is about Polish media, so there are Polish topics. The first one is about do you smoke e-cigarettes? You can pay the fee. The second one, if cigarettes are forbidden. And the third example, e-cigarettes disappearing from the internet. You can pay the punishment even 200,000 Polish zloty when you advertise them. In all publications we have also voices of experts, e-cigarette industry experts in the media. And here you can see that share of publication, including expert statements, about 86 reminder of publications, and only 14% publications including statements. Yes, as I said, only 14 of mentioned material contained on expert quote from medical specialists, economics, government representatives, and above all, the electronic cigarette industry. When we read some publications about e-cigarette industry, we of course also had brands. Now in this year we can't because promotion and advertising is forbidden. But in the last year, number of publications about brands by the most popular publication topics, which was huge. New products and offers. More than 100. Also, we could find corporate information, taxes, legal regulation, and opinion. And in conclusion, in 2016, only 23 media publications mentioned e-cigarette brands in the context of the debate on legal regulations. We did also small SWOT analysis about strengths and opportunities of the industry, And first of them is e-cigarette users' feedback is positive about these products on many forums and debates on blogs, for example. Newer technologies introduced in the electronic cigarette industry are positively received by the market. And the third one, the positive publications have a wide reach. Weaknesses and threats about our industry. Scientists and market regulators negatively affect the industry. Negative publications are more often reproduced by the media than those with a more positive stance. And the acceptance of the technological development of the product, which has led to improvements in safety, is missing. Key conclusions. The overwhelmingly negative view of e-cigarettes and e-liquids affects the perception of the industry by consumers and business partners. Brand representatives and relatively less involved in media-driven communications, and we think that it would be beneficial for the electronic cigarette industry to increase the involvement of the scientific and business community in the development on media expertise. And I think that the last one is the most important for our conference, that scientists and experts, we write more positive articles and publications about our industry. It's very important. Thank you for your attention.